Have you felt it? That strange sense of digital déjà vu while scrolling through your social media feeds. You stumble upon a comment that feels oddly familiar, as if you have read those exact words on a different post just moments ago. You see the same meme, the same style of video, the same angry argument replayed over and over, like a hollow echo in a vast, empty hall. This feeling is no longer just a feeling. It's a sign of a profound change. Many experts, armed with new data, are now confirming what we have suspected. A significant portion of what we encounter online may no longer be created by human hands. It may not be for human connection. It is a digital world that can feel crowded, yet strangely lonely. This idea used to be a fringe conspiracy theory, whispered in niche forums. It was called the dead internet theory. The theory said the human-powered internet was a thing of the past, replaced by a synthetic version run by bots and corporate agendas. For years it sounded like an exaggeration, but in 2026 the theory is harder to dismiss. The feeling of an increasingly artificial internet is now backed by startling numbers. For the first time in over a decade, the balance has officially tipped. A 2024 analysis from the security firm Imperva revealed automated bot traffic has surpassed human traffic. It now accounts for 51% of all activity on the web. Visual bot slice further divided into good and bad bots. This is a significant milestone. It means that for every human user, clicking, reading, watching, there is more than one bot doing something else entirely. While some of these bots perform useful tasks, like indexing websites for search engines, but a growing and more alarming percentage is malicious. Bad bots now make up 37% of all internet traffic. That figure has been rising for 6 straight years. This trend is not just background traffic. It's about the content we actively consume. A comprehensive academic study published in 2025 provided further evidence. Researchers analyzed hundreds of thousands of newly published web pages and found 74.2% of them contained AI-generated content. Only about a quarter of the new content being added to the web was purely human-written. This flood of synthetic text is changing the very fabric of the internet, creating an environment where machine-made content is the rule, not the exception. The authentic human voice, once the dominant force online, is becoming a minority in a sea of automated prose. The infiltration is visible across all the major platforms we use daily. On X, one study estimated that as many as 64% of accounts exhibit bot-like behavior. On LinkedIn, an estimated 54% of long-form posts are generated by AI. What caused this sudden and dramatic shift? The primary driver has been the rapid advancement and widespread availability of generative AI. Just a few years ago, creating a convincing bot was a complex and expensive task. Today, powerful large language models have made it astonishingly simple and cheap. These AI tools can generate human-like text. They can create realistic profile pictures. They can mimic different writing styles and emotional tones. Visual prompt goes into an AI model, which then outputs articles, social media posts, and comments. This has democratized the ability to create bots, putting mass content tools into the hands of anyone with an internet connection: corporations, state actors, individual pranksters. The sophistication of these new bots is a world away from the clumsy, spammy bots of the past. Modern AI agents can perform complex tasks autonomously. A Chinese startup, for example, launched an AI agent named Manus in 2025. Manus was explicitly designed to operate independently without continuous human guidance. These agents can create entire online personas from scratch, writing detailed bios, uploading unique profile photos. They can then post a diverse range of content: text, images, memes relevant to current trends. This lets a single user hire a small army of AI agents to amplify a message, automatically liking content, posting glowing comments, sharing posts to relevant communities. The proliferation of bots is only half of the story. The other crucial element is the way social media algorithms are designed. The core business model of most major platforms is based on capturing and holding our attention. To do this, their algorithms are finely tuned to promote content that generates high levels of engagement. Likes, shares, comments, time spent viewing. The algorithm does not care if the engagement is positive or negative, or if the content is true or false. It only cares that people are reacting. This system creates a powerful incentive for content that is provocative, emotional, polarizing, because that is what makes people stop scrolling and react. This algorithmic bias creates the perfect environment for bot-generated content to thrive. Bots can be programmed to produce exactly the kind of high-emotion, low-substance content that algorithms love. A network of bots can engage in a heated, fake argument in the comments section of a post. This flurry of activity signals to the algorithm that the content is highly engaging. In response, the platform pushes the post to a wider audience of human users, drawing them into a manufactured controversy. A calm, nuanced discussion between two people simply cannot compete with the volume and intensity of 100 bots arguing with each other. The algorithm, in its quest for engagement, amplifies the noise and silences the quiet conversation. This creates a feedback loop that degrades the quality of information online. As human users see more bot-driven, sensational content, their own behavior can change. Some may start to mimic the aggressive, simplistic style of the bots because they see that it gets attention. As we pull back the layers of bot networks and algorithmic amplification, a more difficult question comes into focus. Who benefits from this? Who holds the power to shape our digital reality? And for what purpose? While some bot activity is random spam or low-level marketing, there is growing concern that more sophisticated campaigns are being deployed by powerful entities, such as large corporations or even governments. The weak version of the dead internet theory, as one academic book describes it, asserts that a group of elites is using bots to manipulate public discourse. What was once a conspiracy theory now appears as a plausible and deeply concerning socio-technical strategy. Consider the potential for corporations to use this technology. Before launching a controversial new product or policy, a company could deploy a network of bots to test the waters online. These bots could post different messages and arguments to see which ones generate the most positive reaction or the least amount of backlash. They could create the illusion of grassroots support for a corporate initiative, drowning out critical voices and shaping the public narrative before a single press release is issued. Faced with a digital world that feels increasingly artificial, it is easy to feel powerless. However, we are not helpless. There are concrete, realistic steps we can take to reclaim a more authentic online experience. First, slow down. Social platforms push quick, emotional reactions. Resisting that pressure is a form of defiance. Before you share, before you like, before you comment, take a moment to pause and question the source. Is the account a real person with a credible history? Or a new account with a generic name and no details? Second, become a detective of authenticity. Look for mass automation. Dozens of nearly identical comments. Click into profiles of accounts that are liking. Click into profiles of accounts that are sharing. Do they look like real people? Or a collection of stock photos with odd usernames? Use browser extensions that give a probability score for AI-generated content. Not perfect, but useful as a warning to look closer. Third, support and cultivate the human corners of the internet. Instead of endless algorithmic scrolling, subscribe to newsletters from writers you trust, follow experts' blogs, join smaller, niche communities and forums with strong moderation. The internet feels different now. The sense of an endless, repeating loop of content is not just in our heads. It is a reflection of a fundamental shift in our digital environment. In a reality where automated traffic outpaces human activity, AI-generated content floods our screens. Cheap, powerful AI tools, engagement-hungry algorithms. This has created a perfect storm. When our primary public square is dominated by non-human actors, the health of our society is at stake. The challenge is not to panic or to abandon the internet altogether. However, an alive internet, one filled with genuine human connection and creativity, is still possible. Ultimately, the web is a human creation, and its future rests in human hands. In a move that sent ripples through the tech world, Meta, parent of Facebook and Instagram, announced plans to allow AI-powered autonomous accounts. Public backlash was swift and severe. Meta quickly reversed course and acknowledged the confusion. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, publicly acknowledged the changing reality. What was once dismissed as a conspiracy is now being discussed in socio-technical terms. AI is crowding out human voices and fundamentally altering the texture of our online experience. This moves beyond simple advertising and into the realm of social engineering, using the internet as a laboratory to fine-tune public manipulation strategies without our knowledge or consent. Governments could use the same techniques to gauge public reaction to a potential policy, suppress dissent, or sow division within a population. By making it impossible to distinguish between genuine public opinion and a manufactured bot campaign, these tactics erode the very basis of democratic discourse. Transparency is key. Platforms must label AI-generated content and AI-powered accounts. They must be more transparent about algorithms and give users meaningful control. Advocate rules requiring disclosure for political or social campaigns using automated accounts. This is not a call to ban AI. It's a call for accountability. We need public rules for our public square so it serves people, not automated systems. We, as users, also have choices. We can choose to reward authenticity. We can choose to engage in thoughtful conversation. The internet does not have to feel dead. By paying attention, asking hard questions, and acting with intention, we can ensure that it remains a vibrant, dynamic, and, above all, human place.